Eminence Front X5 and Larry Word here, coming to you from the Shadow Mountain, base of. And what we're going to do out here today is scout around for some petroglyphs, as well as give you guys, an Eminence Front X5 update. So yeah, it's the weather is changing around here, going into spring, which is great. We're still on the COVID-19 lockdown. However, I had to get out, and this is what I'm doing for that. That mandated exercise. Yeah, I'm just stumbling around out here trying to figure out where in the heck these petroglyphs are. I've been looking for a few weeks now, but have not located them. This could be a complete goose chase without an end, unless I know someone who knows where these things are at. Of course, just when I arrive, the weather starts getting ugly. As you can see, there's some rain clouds right there. This is all kind of blowing over right now, just as I showed up. It was sunny earlier. So this might be a quick trip, is what I'm saying. And it is getting windy. Let's see here. I'm not thinking they're going to be on this little mound. There's just not enough here to do that. And I've been through that area out there, but I've not been through this area right in here, which I think I might do. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, so as we head off in that direction, let me give you some updates. Let's see here. Future plans. EFx5, the batteries. I'm considering going lithium, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It's going to cost money to do that, but lithium has some advantages. It's lighter weight. Don't need as many batteries to hold the same charge, and oh, here's a road. Let's follow this for a little bit. But they do cost more, but they last longer. They have more cycles that you can put them through, just all around better. And you can use 100% of the battery, whereas the batteries I'm using right now, you can only use half of the capacity of the battery. So I really only have 155 amp hours that I can use per charge. So, and again, that lasts me about 2 or 3 days. I'm considering going to 200 amp hour batteries, possibly 2 of them to make 400 amp hour lithium batteries, but you know, these are just thoughts way down the road. But I still have to start thinking about that stuff now and start planning for the future on that. It's a slight investment. Let's see here, what else is going on? The front bumper of the X5, I ripped it off a few weeks ago by accident. I was making a U-turn basically on a trail, very much like this, and the front end of the lower portion of the front bumper cover got caught on something, and when I was reversing, it just tore the whole thing off. I put it back together again. It reminds me of the track days when we go off-road and on track and, you know, break the front bumper and having to mend it basically, or put it back together again there at track. So yeah, I did that. So I'm well trained in how to graft a front bumper onto a car. So that was done. What else is going on? Oh yeah, sticking to that topic earlier of the solar panels, you know, related to the batteries. I'm thinking about putting the solar panels back on top of the car, but only the solar panels, not my space case. So that's another investment. I have to make a little bracket of some sort that would go up and in there, or on top of that, to hold the solar panels fully open instead of what I had before, which was half of it was closed. Anyway, that's also on the plans. I feel like this little mountain, this little hill here is worth investigating. We're trying to figure out if there's any petroglyphs up here. It's not that difficult to hike up that. But let me go around this corner and see what's around here. I guess I could have driven to here, but it is awful, rough out here. And I am carrying a full complement of supplies in my car, so yeah, we're still in the COVID-19 lockdown, like I said earlier, and this is week 2. End of this week, I believe, is the end of the second week, and I'm pretty much by myself the whole time anyway, so this lockdown thing doesn't really, impact me like that, where I feel lonely or whatever. This lockdown has really slowed me down in exploring. How is that? Well, my supplies are very limited right now because of what's left in the stores. Although last I went was yesterday to stock up, and there were supplies on the shelves, but not everything. Couldn't get any hand sanitizers or wipes, stuff like that, disinfectant wipes, stuff like that. So I'm kind of low on that. Stocking up is a bit of a trouble. It seems like we're coming out of that mess now, where people aren't hoarding as much. We're stockpiling their supplies. But, sorry, I'm bumping around with topics here. But this is what I do for the most part. A lot of my time is spent looking for what I need. This is the first time I made a video of me not exactly knowing where the end goal is, if that makes any sense. So we've been walking about 8 minutes now, giving you this update, but I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'm assuming this road just hugs this little hillside here and goes around. Now, if it starts raining, I'm just going to have to turn around and walk back because I'm not exactly covered up for rain. I have a pullover and a t-shirt on. Plenty of supplies, it's just I don't have any shelter or anything to keep the water off me. Okay, so we're proceeding up through this little saddle. Looks like this road curves over this way and up to that saddle there. These are very low hillsides or mountains. Those over there are pretty tall on the distance there. The tallest ones out there. That's 1, 2, 3 ridges over if you can't make that out. There's one ridge right here. There's one ridge right here. And there's another big one back there. So yeah, that's what you're seeing. I don't know if the depth of field is working very good on video. I never found it to be very informative. So yeah, this goes up and over this little saddle so I can make a complete circle around back to where I camped. Man-made material over there. That bush right there. Ow. Ow. Quite beautiful out here. For how close to Pahrump we are, my home base. I'm very glad I took this walk. Would have never found this route otherwise. I'd be scrambling up the side of this little mountain here when I could just walk right up it here. So if I was prehistoric man, would I be hanging out here? Not sure. You could definitely get a good vantage point from here. What's coming through these valleys. Definitely not X5able. This is a steep hill. I've got to stop to tie my hiking shoes, so I'll turn this back on in a second. It's 13 minutes in. So yeah, tied my shoe. Getting back to COVID-19 and hoarding and me getting supplies or not getting the supplies I need every time I need them. I can only take about 14 days total of supplies with me. I kind of built the car, the SUV, the Eminence front around that. So if I'm interrupted with that, it kind of limits what I need to do. Now, of course, water I have no problem getting a hold of. It's everything else. It seems to be getting back to normal again, but it really depends on how long people keep this up. Hopefully not too much longer. Yeah, I'm still scouting around for stuff. Petroglyphs. Not seeing any. So yeah, we'll see how that goes as time proceeds. Grocery stock, that is. Now, you guys may or may not know this. I used to work for a grocery store. I used to work for Safeway Corporate. I worked for their marketing department, and like 5 years I worked for them. And one of those years, one of our major hubs, our distribution centers, actually had a power failure, and it really disrupted our flow out into Northern California for the trucks loaded up with supplies to every one of the stores. It took us about a week to recover from that, meaning not recover, but to adjust for that issue. I'm talking about the Tracy Distribution Center out in Tracy, California, as I fall down on my ass. Yeah, this is a very steep little hill I'm descending now. This particular issue going on with COVID-19 and the supplies being low on the shelf is because the stores are not equipped to adjust this quickly. They can. They can adjust, just not so quickly. I am going really slow down this hill because I can barely hold my grip coming down here. So I have all the confidence in the world if we just, don't overdo it with our purchases at the store, like, don't buy, 20 cases of toilet paper kind of thing. I just buy what you would normally need in your 2-week period. That should do it. And believe me, we got plenty of ways to get supplies out to us, either by the stores themselves or having government step in to help out with that. There's a lot of things that could be deployed on the federal level that could really help out getting supplies out to the people and communities that need it. Anyway, I'm not too concerned about it. I just hope everyone gets on board with that so I can continue my explores. So yeah, interesting or not, I don't know. I have all the confidence in the world that our major supermarket chains can feed our country. And I've seen it done already. I've seen how it works. I've seen it in a broken state, and I see how fast they can fix it and reroute things. So yeah, I've got a lot of confidence in what we're dealing with here. Not that I'm going to convince any of you differently, but I was there. I was in the trenches for quite a while, watching how this machine works. Yeah, I'm going up there. I'm walking up this trail here. That's where this road meets up with another one. You can see the X5 way over there, little hood, or the top of it. That's the way I'll be going back. But let's go over here. Let's go up this little side area. There's got to be something up there. So that's it as far as the update goes. I'm continuing my my trips. I'm forward thinking still. I'm still looking for things that I need to get out and explore. And one of them is something that Sarah Jane Woodall went to recently, which is the Eureka Dunes. I was actually on my way out there and I got rained out. Really foul weather lately, and I went up to my normal camping spot at 3,000, woke up that next morning to a torrential downfall of rain, and had to put a brake on that and turn around and come back. I think a few days later, Sarah went out and was able to get out there, but yeah, I missed my opportunity with that one. But I will be continuing on up there as soon as this COVID-19 lets up. Now, right now, it looks like California is getting ready to go on a little bit more of a lockdown. And I just don't want to get caught in California if they do go through a complete lockdown of the state. Now, why does that trail go zigzaggy like that? I can just cut right through here. But I'm not. I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to go up to that saddle and check out what's over there. It's actually a fun little hike out here. Now, Pahrump. Seriously, this is the city of Pahrump. I'm still in Pahrump. The city is right out there. This is the outskirts of it. 160 straddles this hillside here. Goes up. But we are continuing on our little hike. Thanks for coming along. I think I'll turn this thing back on again when I get further up this little saddle. So just as I turned the camera off and turned around, I noticed there's a little path up to this cave. It's a worn path. It looks like either animals were doing that or humans. On my way back to the car, because I would be on my way back, that's the hill I just descended. The saddle I just came down. I'm going to go up to that on the way back. Interesting. Anyhow. And there's a split here. I'm taking the left fork, not the right. So that goes up to the saddle. I'm assuming this just continues further along. But I'm going up this way. So I'll talk to you guys when I get up to that saddle. So as promised, I'm coming up to the saddle here. Top of the saddle, and I've never been here before. So you'll see what I see for the first time. It's pretty amazing out here. I keep saying that, but it really is. Not far from town at all. With all the razors in town, there's no wonder why there's all these tracks out here. Makes it easy. There's all kinds of little caves. It's pretty cool. Looks like we can go up there too. But what is in this valley? It's the first time me peeking into this little valley on top of this little saddle here. And it's windy. It's beautiful. Holy cow. Beautiful and windy, I might add. It's got these little layers, these steps. Very cool. Very cool. So shortly after spring starts and this COVID-19 lockdown gets under more control, after that's all patted down, I'm going to be going north of here, northern Nevada, for a bit of time and see what I can get done up there as far as exploring goes. There's a ton of ghost towns up there that I would like to go and visit, and finish off that northern Nevada trip that I was going on with Sarah about a year ago. Wow. So those are the Spring Mountains right there. That's where I usually camp, is right in that area. It's starting to rain. Yeah, but my plans are to go north for a little bit, escape the heat, and go up there for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to find petroglyphs on this hillside here. Oh, and there's the EFx5 right there. That road I was on to get the EFx5 where it's at tees off right there and comes this way, and then it continues on right there and kind of ends right over here. Very weird. Well, I don't think I'm going to find much more today. I'm going to go check out that cave on the way back. I'll turn the camera back on when I get back down there. But yeah, this is amazing out here. So yeah, I made it up here, and there's nothing up here. But hey, but that leads me to question, why is there hay here? I don't know. Looks like maybe goats? Some scat right there. Some scat right there. But I don't know what could be in here. Definitely looks like there's been fires in here. All the soot on the top here. But I am not seeing petroglyphs at all. So I'm heading back to the car. Thanks for hitching a ride on this Sunday afternoon. I did not find the petroglyphs I was after. I will find those petroglyphs. That's the cave I was just up at. Yeah. I came down this road, I fell right there. I'm looking everywhere, I'm not finding it. My problem with finding these petroglyphs, or not finding them, I guess, is that I don't know where they are typically found. Are they found in valleys? Are they found in caves? I don't know what that rule of thumb would be as to better locate these petroglyphs. If you guys have some hints, or you know what petroglyphs are out here in Pahrump, let me know. I'm very interested in seeing these things. Part of the fun's finding them, but I am seriously just taking pokes into the middle of the night, basically, at where this might be, and I'm burning a lot of energy doing it. So if you have any help for me, let me know, or hints, please let me know. I'm on the east side of the Shadow Mountains, and I'm slowly working my way around these mountains, going in the counterclockwise direction, trying to find these things. So there you have it. More to come. If you haven't subscribed, please, I welcome you to do so. Try to put content out once, twice a week-ish, mostly once a week. And they're all based around these types of either updates or my explores. And if you check out my channel, you'll see I have explores and these updates all intertwined. So that's it. Eminence Front X5 and Larry Word out for now.